What's up guys, balik lagi sama gue Rizal. Oke, kali ini gue akan bermain game Genshin Impact langsung saja. Karena gue menyelesaikan quest Historia Zhongli. Kita sudah klik, langsung ikutin. Dia menunjuk ke arah kapal ini teman-teman, di daerah sini. Langsung saja kita pakai clay ya teman-teman. Kalau nggak punya teman-teman bisa terbang aja ya. Gue menghemat masih jauh. Kita santai aja lah sambil ngopi ya teman-teman, sorry ya. Gue kalau ngegas nggak bisa, astagfirullah, ternyata tidak bisa naik. Waduh. Gue ngisi itu aja, ngisi apa? Energi dulu aja cuy, biar santai cuy. Nah kan, aslinya bisa naik kapal sih, tapi gue males. Udah terlanjur di sini gitu loh. Wait, set, slow. Gila, gua tutorial nggak jelas ini anjir. Nggak bisa naik lagi, kan nggak jelas lagi. Kanan kiri nggak bisa, astur. Oke, sip, alhamdulillah. Mana Zhongli? Kita dapat rapat dadakan cuy. Wow.
Oh, I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two your friends?
Kok suaranya beda sih?
We had the fortune of meeting not too long ago.
Gak, suaranya
They are
beda
quite
cuy.
a knowledgeable and talented pair, and a pleasure to be around. Traveler, we were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis.
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professional archaeologist, I'm inclined to correct some. We are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
First Mora ya, Mora pertama.
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them to develop trade with the early nations of that time. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Tivat. The world's very first Mora should have been cast by the hands of the Lord of Geo himself.
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance, for example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown ceremony they hold when they come to power.
No. My research indicates that the first Mora coin is not such as... Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. Even today, Mora is used in the mystic arts for its curious properties of weapon enhancement. The world's first Mora would no doubt possess the strongest power. My next historical treatise will boldly expound on the newest finding. That is, that the Lord of Geo
Kita sambil
used
udut
this
ya.
original Mora as a catalyst to... Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will only reveal this. The one who finds the dagger.
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. But Mora and money came about simply because they are a convenient measure of a contract. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a catalyst. The world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created by Rex Lapis. As for its fate...
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable. Mr. Zhongli's argument on...
No, I am not debating right or wrong. I am simply stating...
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
Dia nggak tahu Lord Geo-nya siapa.
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag. but discussion is meaningless.
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to build houses. The model...
That is correct.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so extravagant, if not because of the mystical power that Mora...
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce.
Oh.
I mean, I am talking about...
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find somewhere quiet to chat?
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us? Perhaps...
Of course. They can come if that's what pleases you, sir.
Oke, pergi cuy kita ikutin ya. Sal Flore, chapter Historia Antiqua Bag 1. Oke, kita ikutin. Mana nih? Pergi ke belakang kapal. Oke. Wow. Kita foto di sini cuy, Aris ya cuy. Sama siapa? Wede, gini ya teman-teman. Udahlah, bodo amat.
What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. So it's best to Your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo are
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contract.
Yang tidak bersalah ya, benar juga.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god. But Morax used a rather underhanded trick to...
This bit of history is a long...
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long time.
No, it's just...
Oke, mulai dari mana? Oh, Fatui, cuy.
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you. So you're over here all this time.
Fatui.
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher. But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official documentation if you want to see. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be... I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhongli, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a handsome amount to hire Zhongli as my own consultant.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes? Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant of the Wangsheng Funeral...
Of course you would be such a reasonable man.
Wait, if you are studying archaeology, can I go too? I am also a scholar in this field, so I can help.
Mandi dulu, baru
That will
ikut.
give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too. This experience may be of help to you on your future. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished.
Wait, this is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one. It will surely be of...
Oh? What talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest, they will absolutely find a...
Kok Paimon suaranya nggak kedengeran?
Well, that is quite Well, let's go. There's no time to waste.
Dimut
When the
kayaknya,
overlord of the
terlalu
vortex
berisik.
was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, an ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would...
Oke, yuk kita gas. Quest selesai. Jangan selesai dong cuy, gila. Oke, kita sudah kebuka, jadi tinggal santai, teleport aja cuy. Di Guyun sini ada ruin gua banyak. Gue udah pernah ngelawan sih, bisa cek di video gua. Oh ini banyak sih, nanti aja ya. Tuh. Wow. Pemandangan yang sangat indah cuy.
This place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything?
Tuh, suara Pak Imon gak ada loh.
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all, and
Guyun Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be. Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here. After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see.
Wow.
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis. But due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapse...
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis.
Indeed. This is where the value... Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the overlord of the vortex...
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich...
Wow.
I mean,
dia
rich
duit,
with
cuy.
archaeological
Duit, cuy.
knowledge and historical value. Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be best...
Okay then. I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
I get it. I'll escort him.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare...
Oke, kita langsung OTW teman-teman.
The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Kita gelut dulu ya teman-teman. Pemanasan ya. Gila sakit bener cuy. Santuy cuy.
Life goes on.
Tiduri. Dah nggak kena. Oke, pemanasannya segitu aja ya teman-teman. Kita cari. Tapi itu ada peti. Gunakan mesin untuk melacak relik. Oke, kita gelut dulu aja. Oh gila, kampret. Hancur lu. Nice, kita dapat, kita buka.
Guyun Stone Forest is a place where a god was...
Apa ini?
defeated, and its remnants still
Kita next
affect
ya
the area
teman-teman.
to this day.
Tapi kita bereskan dulu cecurut-cecurut ini teman-teman. Sip.
Fast life goes on.
Kita ngincer yang ini dulu, teman-teman. Oh itu dia. Kok bukan sih? Budaya menyambut. Oh, apa ini? Tas kain yang terbuat dari bahan yang umum berisi beberapa benda yang sedikit bahasa benda ini. Bicara dari oke, jatuh dari. Kita next ke situ, teman-teman. Oh no. Kita pakai clay saja. Biasanya di sini ada.
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. But the hydromimic monsters. I am contract. I must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them and recover the relic.
Kok main-main dia?
Nice and spicy. Oh, the reveal button.
As you wish, for life.
Tunggu bawa sisi ya. Sip.
It's just a stone slab.
Oke, kita lempengan batu dapat ya.
Its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information.
Oke,
Let's
oke.
head back.
Oke, kita langsung bertemu ya, teman-teman. Kita dapat apa tadi? Gue baca dulu. Lempengan batu dengan pola misterius di atas. Kita laporan dulu, cuy. Gitu ya, teman-teman, ternyata.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that. What are you?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard to explain.
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more than her. She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything valuable to take back. Ugh, what?
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
Bener.
I mean, isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also...
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss.
Oke, kita dapat 3 benda yang menarik ya.
Oh. What a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the overlord of the vortex. But they have nothing. The stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of...
Quick, give it to me.
Loh, apa-apaan Fatui?
At least we didn't come for nothing. The power... Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right?
Gue gak suka
It
nih
should be
sama
enough to
Fatui.
cover the cost of hiring you.
Bisnisnya kuat.
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the god of salt is because history can tell us about culture and belief. But you? You're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
demi uang. Mantap.
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, if I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
Oh, by the way.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber. So unless you want to...
Ah, I see. What a shame.
See? You do want to sell these objects!
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be so simple, All right then. No need to stay here any longer.
Kita next cuy. Pusaran air selesai, kita reruntuhan di bawah kunci. Dia di situ. Nah, di Sal. Ini yang Oke, ini yang di gembok ya. Ternyata dibuka di sini. Di quest ini. Oke, siap. Jangan lupa ngopi, karena ini enaknya sambil ngopi, teman-teman. Nah, kan bener. Ini yang bisa ada bugnya itu ya. Oh, lewat doang, sorry. Gak usah dikejar. Santuy aja cuy. Gila, ini apa ini? Banyak sekali sih. Tapi nggak apa-apa, harus kita... Pemanasan ya sih. Gederi. Wow, banyak sekali cuy. Wow, kok kesini mentalnya cuy? Gak jelas. Yang penting aman dulu ya cuy. Oke, kita lanjutkan ke seberang. Ini yang garam-garam itu ya. Tuh kan bener. Oke sip. Udah pernah kesini sih. Gear. Wow.
I heard that Sal Terrae was once the home of the god of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads.
According to legend,
Dia ada peti ya.
the people of the god of
Kalau yang
Salt,
udah tahu
Havria,
bugnya.
enjoyed prosperous lives under her protection. But this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area, there probably aren't many valuable things left here.
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before...
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the god of Salt, which is actually how the area originally got.
Sal
However,
Terrae.
the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism, the seal wasn't affected at all. So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the god of Salt. I don't know. There's no concrete evidence. But I'm pretty sure the seal is... The god of Salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer.
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the god of Salt lie within this ruin, just waiting for...
You weren't listening at all, were you? Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, nobody can get in if...
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just...
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhong...
I may know something about it.
What?
Itu rek lapis cuy. Gimana meremehkan ya?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although they're let's go take a look at the mechanism, Miss...
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so.
Oke, kita ikutin teman-teman. Pergi ke lokasi pertama, anjing. Jauh banget. Tapi nggak apa-apa, kita pakai ini bisa. Ntar kita langsung OTW aja cuy. Tidak usah terlalu lama. Kita santuy. Pencet ini biar lari ya teman-teman. Oh, di situ ada peti ya. Nanti saja. Oh, ini.
There's some debris scattered here that,
Nih, ini
when put
kayak
together,
sigil itu ya.
look like they definitely had to do with the god of salt.
Nah,
According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed.
kalau teman-teman udah pernah ke
See that? Although we
geosigil,
activated the mechanism,
apa yang
nothing happened to the seal.
misi cerita lah pokoknya.
That's because there's actually
Teman-teman
another
tahu lah.
mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some when I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision, but when we lit up all the elemental monuments, nothing happened.
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain
Oh, ada
order as
urutannya
well.
teman-teman.
Otherwise, the secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legend. Tianheng in the south,
Oke,
Yaoguang
elektro
in
ya.
the east,
Tar.
Jueyun in the west, Qingse in the north. All desolate and devoid of
Tar
life.
ini ada clue-nya kayaknya cuy. Kita foto dulu.
Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
Tianheng di selatan. Nih. Satu, ada 4 ya. 1, 2,
To the
3, 4.
north,
Aduh.
to the east, do the people of Liyue...
I think I've heard the same.
Certainly you have. And the content to provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been, at that time, with the chaotic fires of war, and that haven she eventually found is right here.
How sad then. In the end, this
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we have the clue, hurry up and break the seal. Whatever happened doesn't matter as
Ini gua
long as we
bunuh
can
juga
get
lu,
in-
Fatmi.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingse in the north.
Selatan bawah ya. Bawah. Terus timur ke kanan. Guyun barat. Kiri. Barat kan kiri, Kincen utara. Utara atas. Jadi gini ya, teman-teman. Gue 1, 2 terus ke timur, terus ke barat. Ini, oke, yuk.
With this clue, you should be able to...
Ini udah gua foto ya. Jadi clue-nya itu, teman-teman harus tahu, bisa membaca situasi ya. Kita kalahkan dulu biar aman ya, teman-teman. Kampret. Tet. Biar santuy kita cuy. Udah mempan.
life goes on.
Nah, ini ada 4 ya. Saat kita lihat dulu. Ini 1. Ini 1 ya di sini. 1.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Kita tadi dari sini ya. 1, 2, 3. 3 di sini. 4-nya di... Nah, situ ya. 4-nya situ. Kita dari startnya dari sini ya berarti teman-teman. Kita coba dulu. Nah, ini kan ada 4 nih. 1 ini, 2 di sini, tuh 2, 3 di situ, terus di pojok. Tadi clue-nya yang selatan ya, selatan. Selatan itu di atas utara, selatan itu di paling sini ya, paling bawah. Dan paling bawah itu ini. Habis dari selatan ke Yaungguang timur. Timur itu di kanannya selatan. Terus ke barat. Ke Guyun di barat. Oke. Barat di sini. Barat kirinya selatan ya. Langsung ke utara. Utara itu ya atas ya, paling atas. Sip. Nah. Wow.
Look, the seal really was broken.
Pergi ke segel. Oke, thank you. Kita sudah membuka ya. Jadi clue-nya teman-teman harus minta-minta membaca ya.
It's time that people learn the hidden truth lost in time.
Oke, terbuka cuy, gila, mantep. Terbuka.
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of...
Okay. What is...
I propose you to agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you all.
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No.
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will know you will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in...
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then.
Ini ngapain ngikutin sih? Akui nggak jelas.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have... If we discover the truth behind the god of salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then.
Oke, kita berangkat cuy. Wow. Turun ke dalam gua. Ntar dulu, kita keliling dulu teman-teman. Siapa tahu ada sesuatu gitu. Oh, ada ini. Aduh, nggak bisa. Aduh, nggak apa-apa lah. Oh, ada kan bener. Peti doang. Tapi lumayan. Udah lah, nggak apa-apa lah. Kita turun aja cuy. Peti doang ya. Wow, keren. Ini ada banyak sih. Gila. Lalu gua ambil dulu ya. Ribu doang ya, 3.000 doang, 2.000. Gak apa-apa, yang penting mantap. Oh, ini buat clay, buat Iki cuy. Banyak sih kalau mau. Tapi nggak ada habisnya cuy. Nanti kita jelajahin sendiri ya. Ini Snapdragon sampai sini. Lotus juga ya. Ada ikan juga cuy. Golden Pass. Di atas ya. Oh bukan, dia banyak sih. Tadi di atas ada klip-klip. Ada sesuatu kayaknya. Oh enggak. Mentok. Ada box. Nggak kelihatan anjir. Nggak kelihatan ya, tapi ada tulisannya doang. Oke, sip. Gua belum ke sono sih. Ada Snapdragon. Sangat disayangkan cuy kalau nggak kesini dulu. Dia ke air, kesetrum lah. Ini nggak ada apa-apa ya. Kita cuma dapat lotus. Lumayan. Oh di bawah. Yo, kita sudah menelusurin. Kita langsung ke gua cuy. Di atas nggak ada apa-apa ya. Oke, kita langsung masuk saja. Pakai elemen geo. Waduh, nggak ada geo lagi. Pakai geo. Ini doang. Yaudah, nggak apa-apa, satu doang ya. Pisil ganti. Udah, nggak apa-apa, yuk. Bodo amat. Bentar, mau kencing dulu cuy. Oke teman-teman, kita lanjutkan. Gila cuy. Bisa ngilang loh. Wow. Ultinya apa? Wow, keren. Terlihat ada patung cuy. Oh, terbuat dari garam. Ya benar-benar. Bisa jadi. Gila, ini Zhongli idaman cuy. Kita nge-save dulu sini. Gak bisa ke atas ya udah. Gila, mantep. Kita dapat seal cuy. Mantep jiwa. Nggak kerasa ya. Ini kelebihannya elemen geo ya. Iya anjir. OP ini sama Razor bisa sih. Nggak bisa naik sih. Tapi gue ada angin ini ya. Teman-teman bisa nggak kalau Tar, ini raja sulit cuy. Kita suruh ke atas tapi bisa ya gitu ya teman-teman. Oke, bisa buat manja. Siap. Aslinya bisa pakai ini gua terbang. Tapi nggak usah. Teman-teman pasti nggak punya. Jadi gua khusus tutorialnya. Nah, ketemu ya teman-teman. Gila, keren jir. Ini apa ini?
Look at
Garam.
this. It's filled halfway with salt.
Just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of salt.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full.
What?
What?
You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of salt is powerful.
Finally, after all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags. I can sell it and make a fortune.
Hey,
Oke.
how can you use a relic of the god of salt for such a shallow
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be...
Since we have a contract, it's no.
Then let's move on, shall we?
Oke, kita lanjutin. Dia jadi patung ya kayaknya. Oke, kita itu dulu. Oh, dia takut ya, minta ampun dia. Tuh. Dia minta ampun, cuy. Ini nggak ada sesuatu yang bisa diambil gitu. Kalau tidak ada ya sudah. Kita lanjutkan, cuy, ke... Ini apa ini? Nah, ini enak banget loh, cuy. Pakai shield enak ya, ternyata. Kita nggak bisa di-hit gitu loh. Wow, damage-nya keren. Terus tambah kiki, wah nggak ada obat. Oke. Ini Arkon Geo aja kalah gitu loh. Gila. Ini ada ultinya nanti aja ya. Keren banget sih ini, gila. Gak bisa diarahin. Nah. Udah tuh. Sip, kebuka. Tar, kita jelajahin dulu, cuy. Ini ada peti loh. Gila. Oh, bisa naik. Tapi nggak bisa ke atas sih. Tar. Ntar aja lah. Kita kesini dulu. Ini ada benda baru lagi. Pedang, cuy.
Just a simple ruler.
Penggaris.
Doesn't look to be worth anything.
This, if I remember correctly.
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with... When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt. Much like the deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essential...
That's even better than the salt chalice!
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler...
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end of the stick? And this girl has been useless! Why would she...
So you are saying you want to break the
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need... Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I let you make the rules?
Because you agreed to a contract.
Oh iya, benar.
Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock.
Rex Lapis pernah berkata, orang yang mengingkari kata-katanya akan merasakan murka sang Gyo. Gila, Zhongli kece deh.
Your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya. I
will suffer the wrath of the...
Oke, yuk. Oh, dia berubah, cuy. Kita ulti saja. Jadi batu, anjir. Jadi batu ya, gila. Boom.
No escape. Quake.
Gila, ultinya dia langsung kena, cuy. Gue suka ini, serius. Zhongli
I shall
kece.
confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin.
Oh, darn you! Just...
Haha.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many other things that may tempt. When people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control their desire? I think we should be honest with each other now. That
Nggak ada
in
suara
truth,
Paimon sih, kangen cuy,
not
gila.
a single member of this art.
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl
Okay, that's enough.
Cukup, oke.
Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon... During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left... We hate him! But this is Morax, so I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has... We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli?
Naturally, of course. But I must add, come with me. All the answers you seek lie ahead.
Wow, mau dijelasin ya? Ntar ini gue mau ambil ini cuy. Kampret di luar lagi. Gak bisa. Ya udah, yuk. Ini gak ada apa-apa lagi kan? Oh iya, kita dari sini berarti. Haha. Itu yang di bawah tadi ya. Ini ngapain ini? Oke. Oh gitu teman-teman. Oke, siap. Sip. Thank you. Keren ya. Oke, ini 3 berarti kita pakai nole.
Leave it all to me.
Zhongli. Gak bisa cuy ternyata. Sip. Sip kan. Yuk. Gila. Skill area cuy dia.
I'll catch up.
Tuh, gue nggak bisa ditabrak, nggak bisa mental gue kalau pakai tameng ya. 12.000 cuy, gila. Tuh, enaknya nggak bisa mental. Gue ini yang gue cari cuy, ternyata cocok ya sama Razor cuy ternyata. Bisa nembus, bisa nembus. Oke, sip. Gila, mantep cuy. Alah si Dori lah. Lama. Sip, kita kesini dulu teman-teman. Ikat gandum cuy. Ada ini. Teman-teman harus pakai Zhongli ya. Ini bisa buat terbang cuy. Enak ya, pakai Zhongli ternyata harus dapat ini gue. Ngebak. Lah ngebak anjir. Lah gimana nih? Aduh. Waduh gimana cuy? Ngebak lagi kampret. Asem. Tidak mengenakan cuy ngebak. Gimana ini cuy? Dia ini ngebak loh tuh. Setelah kita reload dulu. Ntar ya teman-teman ngebak. Oke teman-teman, gue habis reload ternyata ngebak ya. Emang kalau gini bisa ngebak, ntar gue coba lagi. Kalau ngebak kita nggak mungkin sih kalau ngebak. Nggak. Santuy. Kita apa ini? Kita lihat. Wow.
This is a
Pedang.
sword?
Pedangnya tapi patah.
It's a broken sword. This is proof. This proves that the god of salt had to fight back. Fight back the power of this sword. Surely is much greater than that of the salt chalice. If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the...
Two pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are two separate relics.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no longer...
Yes. But the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You
This logic!
When there's a contract,
Ya,
nothing
benar.
can be allowed to
Peraturan
slide.
tetap peraturan, kontrak
If the
tetap
contract
kontrak.
is not followed,
No! If I only take one half, then it can't be repaired. And the power of the god of salt cannot... No matter what, I must be faithful, even if it breaks the contract. I don't care.
so you are already decided? Then
Zhongli.
that is to say, you consign...
That's okay. The god of salt gave up her life to protect her people. Punish me however you want. Just let me take this...
Perhaps that punishment would be easy. As punishment, I will tell you...
Huh? The truth.
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, rather she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning, but Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors.
Wow, ternyata
After
seperti
making
itu.
countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands.
No.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend.
Not even a single blade?
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt.
Wow, yang menewaskan
But
dia.
Her weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true!
As I said before,
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax! Don't try...
Kabur, sono. Marah, cewek, ribet.
it is a punishment after all. I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear.
Oke, yuk. Kita nggak bisa ngambil ya ini, cuy. Oke, kalau tidak bisa, kita lanjutkan ke dalam. Ini lompat semua.
Salt. And betrayal.
Dan oh, ini apa ini? Dewa Garam itu ya. Dia pada melarikan diri, cuy. Ini ada yang ngamuk ya. Dewa Garam siapa ya? Oh, ketemu lagi.
What are all these? What did they see? What did they put?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward.
Bijak ya Zhongli, keren sih.
That which lies beyond this door will show you.
Wow, rek lapis dilawan anjir. Arkon Geo loh, main-main. Wow. Tuh dia kayak meledak ya garam ya.
This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that the Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought, perhaps, no matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal. Those who could not flee were those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue. Where they sought refuge with their descendants, feared Havria's remnants, and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, and offer up obeisances. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted?
This must be a lot. A false history. Don't you dare try to...
Ribet cewek mah. Gak percaya gitu loh. Ketika kita senengnya digombalin, dimanis-manisin, ya kan? Sama buaya. Aduh, iya sih. Memang seperti itu. Suka yang bohong-bohong ya. Yoi.
This is the price she must pay. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not, indeed, in ages past, Havria's stories, faith in a god who has already passed. So it is for Havria.
Tidak peduli itu
And so it is for Morax
Havria
also.
ataupun Morak.
All right then. Now,
Baiklah kalau begitu,
would you
apa
like to
kamu
accompany me
menemaniku
in
jalan-jalan ke
taking a
Guyun?
trip?
Oke, siap.
Treading old ground, telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintance.
Oke, siap. Oh, masih ada lagi. Ada peti, cuy. Ada peti, cuy. Peti terkece. Wuhuu. Lumayan, cuy. Hijau semua ya, tapi. Seperti itulah peti. Mau gimana lagi? Ini nggak ada buku-buku gitu loh. Yang diambil gitu nggak ada ya. Keluar dari domain. Oh, ini masuknya ke domain ya, teman-teman. Oke, kita langsung saja ke... Ini nggak ke-save gitu loh, domainnya. Kita ke ini. Kita keluar dulu ya, nggak bisa. Wow, keren. Naik lapis cuy. Dia sangat apa ya? Gak bisa toleransi. Bijak sih, serius. A ya harus A gitu loh, nggak bisa enggak. Oke, kita langsung keluar saja teman-teman karena kita udah keluyuran tadi ya. Kita lanjut ke sini. Lewat domain. Oh, ini di atas ya. Di atas teleport. Di atas bukit. Ya, ada geokulus. Kalau teman-teman belum mendapatkan, silahkan diambil. Mantap ya Zhongli cuy. Bodoh amat anjir. Gue pengen ke atas gitu. Kok rada miring. Kita salah cuy. Lewatnya. Kampret ya. Terus lewat sini gitu loh. Tapi bisa sih gue punya ini teman-teman. Iya, segitu doang. Berguna ya ternyata. Satu lagi, oke sip, kita pakai ini. Oh, item sedang cooldown, nggak bisa digunakan terus menerus. Berdiri. Ya jangan. Cuy. Woi. Astagfirullah. Udah gunakan itu. Udah amat anjir. Gua kabur aja. Ah, gua ceroboh anjir. Gue ceroboh, sorry ya teman-teman. Kecerobohan gua. Nah, aturan lo sini gitu loh. Licin nih sepatunya. Habis dikasih kit kali ya. Tuh nggak ada lagi kampret pijakannya ribet. Susah ternyata cuy. Jangan mati. Ya, kampret. Gitu doang loh. Gue terlalu ambisi. Kita santai sambil ngopi ya, sorry. Nggak bisa buru-buru ini cuy. Ih, bodo amat. Nah, kalau gini kan enak gitu loh. Bodo amat anjir.
I taste blood. Go.
Okay, Zhongli.
Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyun stone forest. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals. And Havria's time was even further in the past. The salt chalice and salt ruler that she left to leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a homecoming. I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered how history records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its truth. Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging stone, immovable earth, even one such as my... Therefore, I thought of you, traveler. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history is engraved in your... As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Tevat. Well, may you find treasure among the stars. Now, I am the god of wealth, so I would think that my words have some weight here.
Ya, benar-benar.
Now then, it is time that we consigned both the salt... As I said before, this includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade...
Oh, oke, tahu gua.
Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued Guyun Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folktales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now.
Anjir, syahdu cuy. Gila.
May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume.
Wow. Anjir.
And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.
Ada lagi kah? Oke, habis teman-teman. Oh, Zhongli di sini ya ternyata dia. Gila, keren nih cuy. Oke, sekian aja teman-teman untuk video kali ini tentang quest story Zhongli. Oke, gua Riza Purnomo. Jangan lupa di like, subscribe, dan share ya teman-teman tentang story ini. Semoga teman-teman membantu. Gua Riza Purnomo izin undur diri. Sampai jumpa di video selanjutnya. See you, goodbye.